Hey everyone, welcome to a special edition of On Target with Archer. I'm Stacy Bressler, managing partner here at Archer Energy Solutions. We don't usually interrupt our planned topics for the month, but when something materially changes how we should be thinking about grid security, it's worth pausing and taking a closer look. So Dragos released an updated intelligence brief, and it was published this month, titled ELECTRUM, Cyberattack on Poland's Electric System 2025. This On Target, it's specifically going to talk about that report. This is Dragos' analysis, their investigation, their conclusions. We'll include a link in this video to where you can request a copy of the report directly from Dragos, and I strongly encourage anyone responsible for grid operations, distributed energy resources, or OT security to read it in full. What we're doing here is not repeating the content of that report. We're stepping back and talking about what this incident means for operators, asset owners, and the future of the grid. So let's get right into it. What happened? According to the Dragos report, on December 29th, 2025, a coordinated cyber attack targeted multiple grid-connected sites across Poland, specifically facilities associated with distributed energy generation, including wind, solar, and combined heat and power. The attackers gained access to operational technology systems that support communications and control. They disrupted visibility, they disabled equipment, and in some cases they caused damage that required physical replacement. What they did not do was cause widespread power outages, and that's exactly why this incident deserves a bit of attention. It's easy to judge grid incidents by whether the lights went out, but as the Dragos report makes clear, loss of visibility and loss of control are operational impacts, even when power continues to flow. If operators can't reliably see the state of their assets, can't trust the telemetry, or can't remotely manage systems when they need to, that's a reliability concern. This attack demonstrated such access. It demonstrated reach, and it demonstrated intent. For more than a decade, most high-profile grid cyber incidents targeted centralized infrastructure, distributed control centers, transmission substations, core operational systems, for example. What makes this incident different is where the attackers focused their attention. This was an attack on the distributed edge of the grid, remote sites, smaller facilities, assets that are numerous, geographically dispersed, and heavily reliant on connectivity. As grids decentralize, adversaries are adapting their targeting strategies accordingly. Good point. Write that one down. One of the most important takeaways from the Dragos report is that distributed energy resources fundamentally change the cybersecurity equation. These sites rely on extensive remote access, often share similar architectures and configurations, are built under cost and time constraints, and don't always receive the same level of cybersecurity investment as traditional generation. Individually, a single site may not appear critical. Collectively, they are. And when an adversary demonstrates the ability to access many of them in a coordinated way, then that becomes a system-level issue, not a site-level one. And why does this matter beyond Poland? The Dragos report is clear that this incident did not threaten Poland's transmission backbone under current conditions, but also makes a broader point. As countries and utilities continue to increase the renewable penetration and reduce system inertia, the same type of coordinated access could have very different consequences elsewhere. This isn't just about Poland, it's about where grids are heading. And so ultimately we have to ask the question, what this means for asset owners and operators. Well, the takeaway here is not to panic, it's clarity. Distributed assets can no longer be treated as peripheral systems. They are part of the power system, and they need to be managed with that reality in mind. That means knowing exactly what assets you have and how they're connected, treating remote access as critical infrastructure, ensuring visibility into OT communications and control paths, and planning for incidents where communications or monitoring are lost across multiple sites at once. Those scenarios are no longer hypothetical. I want to come back to where we started. At the beginning, we talked about this updated report. If you haven't read it, please read it. Request it, read it completely. It's one of the most important public analyses we've seen on how grid threats are evolving in a distributed energy environment. Our role here at Archer is to help organizations translate incidents like this into practical operational understanding before they experience something similar themselves. As the grid continues to change, the threat model is changing with it. Keep that in mind. Thanks for watching this special edition of On Target with Archer. We'll see you next time.
Don't miss out on any of our insightful content. Hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay informed whenever we release new videos. For top-tier security solutions, Archer is your trusted partner. Explore our offerings at archerint.com and get in touch via email or phone to fortify your company's defenses. Your questions drive our content. Leave them in the comments below and join us every Monday for a fresh episode of On Target with Archer.